Okay, we are now recording.
I ended up here. Is that what you want me to tell you, right?
Yeah.
I ended up here was 4.5 years ago. Well, it'll be this June. It'll be 5 years. I got hit by a train. Make a long story short, I went around the cross stills and got high centered, and it just happened so fast. It was like there in seconds, and I spent 3 months in a coma at Overland Park Regional Hospital. I had 13 surgeries altogether. I got 64 screws in my body. I owe Overland Park Regional $875,000. Nobody could ever pay that kind of debt off,
For me, I had to swallow my pride and do what I had to do for me and my kids. And not even for me, for my babies, because they look up to me as a role model, like I am their mother, and I'm all they got. So I had to do what I had to do, but like I said, I'm blessed to have this second opportunity around and get my housing, and you know what I'm saying? It's a great place. I love it.
What brought me to this shelter? Well, I had low-income housing, and I was going to college. And I received my associate's degree, but right after I received my associate's degree, I had open heart surgery. I lost my insurance, and I had to choose between buying my medicine or paying my rent. And I chose to buy my medicine, which made me homeless.
When you're younger, you're bulletproof. You don't think of things like that. Your health doesn't, it's not an issue at 21. It's just not. When you're 50, it is.
If you could go back in time, would you change anything?
Absolutely not. Everything I've done in my life, everything I've gone through has made me exactly who I am. Every opinion I have on things is because I've lived through it, because I've gone through it. If I haven't lived through something personally, I don't believe I can have a full opinion on it.
I believe that everything happens for a reason, so I wouldn't change it, because if I wasn't here, if I never came here, I honestly have no idea where I would have ended up.
I don't know that I would change anything. I really don't, because that's made me the person I am. Today I'm moving out. I'm halfway moved out of this place. I'm loading the truck today to move out. I own a trailer. I just bought it this month. So I don't believe I would change one thing that's happened in my life.
Life is unpredictable. It throws you curveballs. You never know where it's going to go. And you got to be able to roll with the punches and get back up on your feet and try again. I'm just happy being alive. I'm just happy to be here. I'd rather be here than on the streets.
What other things kind of keep you going?
I plan on living to be 100. My grandmother liked a few months of being 100 when she passed away. Mm-hmm. So she lived that long. Surely I can.
Ever since I was 14, I remember telling people that I wanted to go to college. So when I got old enough and got tired of working in factories, I decided to go to college. I've been here 2.5 years, almost 3. And I went from a college student to homeless, and now I'm working a full-time job and hoping to go back to school.
So for the purpose of the recording, can you state your name and your role at the shelter?
My name is Jenny Robinson, and I'm a case manager here at the Lawrence Community Shelter.
My name is Emily William. I'm a healthcare coordinator here. I started serving here through AmeriCorps.
I really believe that a community is only as strong as its most vulnerable member, and in my mind, there are few more vulnerable than people in homelessness, experiencing homelessness, because they are at the last rung on their ladder.
There's not a lot separating the fact that we have a home from them not having one. A lot of it is chance and a little bit of choice for the tables to be turned. And when you realize that they're just human beings like us that have an unfortunate circumstance that they're, trying to get out of. Because honestly, who would want to be homeless? Like, I'm just gonna throw that out there. Who would want that? And when you realize that, I think it takes a lot of stigma out of it, and you can just be a human to them like you would to anyone else.
My name is Logan Elder. I'm one of the kitchen managers as well as one of the night monitors. It's fantastic. We see every kind of people here. I've had people helping me that were from Ireland and Gambia and people from everywhere. Odd places in the U.S. and everybody has some kind of story. It's a fantastic, just fascinating group of people.
We do struggle with a lot of doubt and with a lot of wonder. We wonder, does this make a difference to someone? And it is difficult, because people struggle with such complex issues here, incredible trauma in their life, addiction, severe addiction, and those aren't just things that go away. So that is what I struggle with sometimes, leaving at the end of the day and wondering what I did today to make a difference.
There's a lot of different kinds of challenges. Social work is draining for anybody. The statistic, I think, for someone remaining in social work is 2 years. It can be heavy working with people, hearing, when you all those real stories I'm talking about, enjoying hearing, it can be intense stuff. People voice trauma to you. A lot of times people come in and this is the first place they've felt safe and had real people interested in actually having discourse with them instead of just giving them some supplies and ushering them on the way. So there's an emotional fatigue that comes along with that.
We kind of have a saying around here, for every 10 setbacks, one success makes up for it.
I was going to call Lawrence Paper Company once this got all done and say, hey, these people out here, they deserve a pat on the back. They deserve some positive press. They're trying as hard as they can. There's nothing flawless in anything in this world, but everything can be improved, and they're working their heart at it.
I will say this, the staff here, every single one of them care. I see it, the people that actually care, about what happens to Jim or John or whoever that goes out in the cold. They worry about them, they take care of them. I've seen it.
I'm very grateful that I did end up here and came in connection with the nicest people and the most helpful people I did at the shelter. They want you to succeed just as much as you want yourself to succeed.
When I come back, yes, I'm going to come back and volunteer and do whatever I can to help any kind of way to the shelter, any kind of way. Whether it's going and getting some noodles or something, bringing it. I'm going to do it because they helped me out a lot.
Jenna and Kenny and Drew and Trey and every single one of these people, Emily and all of them, Diane, Steve, every single one of these people has worked to the best of their ability to help me.
What's that meant to you?
Shoot, I don't know, it almost brings tears to my eyes sometimes. Where would I be without them?
The most rewarding is seeing people move on. It's not only getting people out, it's seeing them continue to do well once they are out. Our mission statement isn't get people out of the homeless shelter, it's to get people on a path to a positive future. So seeing them continue their success afterwards is great.
I am able to tell kids that it doesn't always have to be this way. It won't always be this way. There is change, and that probably helps the most.
What would you say is the most rewarding aspect of your job?
Being able to know that I do make a difference, every day. Even if it's just something little, like someone telling me hey, thank you, or something bigger, like being able to help someone through a really serious time in their life, or someone that's having a really, really bad day and is about to lose it, being able to just sit down and talk to them and talk them back, being able to make their day just that much better and help them instill hope that tomorrow is a new day and they can do it. They can get out of this. There is light at the end of that tunnel.